going to be Exodus versus Deception with the commentary down on the field. It's going to be Wavepunk and Lawler. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Taz. I'm Wavepunk, joined here by Lawler. And Lawler, we get Exodus versus Deception. Team that we don't know as much about versus a team that has placed, I think, 4th in the season number 1 in Exodus here.
Tied for 5th, but
right, okay.
Yeah, same idea.
Same idea.
But yeah, you see these guys come out, and Bell, Corrupted G, all these guys, Vince even, have all played together. Fireworks as well. They've played together in previous teams before, but they've never really taken that next step. They've always been kind of a bubble team. What I mean by that is teams that have always kind of hovered between like 8th place in the power rankings to about 15th. And this is a chance for them to play and see what it's like to play against a team that's at the very pinnacle of what we see in NA. A team that moves very, very quickly, a team that counterattacks very, very quickly. To me, they're personally a team that is like selfless. They just do it a little bit better.
Sure. I'm excited to see this Exodus roster sticking together for season number 2. It's not very often in esports you have a team that places out of the top 3 that actually stays together, but that consistency of playing with the same people is something we've talked about so often here, and something that will really benefit these players as they move forward. We will be getting into game number 1 with Exodus in the orange, Deception in the blue here on DFH Stadium. Kickoff going to be very neutral, going off to the side. Garrett moves to pick up the boost and then rotate back. And it is going to be Corrupted G and Vince and Fireworks who are our starting lineup here for Deception.
It was actually a really smart play by Exodus. Garrett was swinging back, and then the second player who was ready to move up, instead of taking the ball, he let the player behind. Oh my God, don't do it to him.
Oh, is he going to finish this one off? Garrett comes in to finish off the double touch from Turtle. Excellent play there by Exodus to take the first blood.
Yeah, the setup plays are phenomenal. You see Garrett using the backboard and trying to go for a second hit. He gets it, but it goes off the backboard and draws another player off. Vince, very difficult to read that, and then has a player swing in on Exodus to secure the goal.
4:38 left in the game. It only took them 12 seconds to score the first goal here. Exodus looking to extend their lead now as they are back up on the offense. Garrett moves in to mess with the defenders. Moses cannot get the hit as Corrupted G puts it over to the side. Now Turtle pressuring this one. Vince back passes to Corrupted, who puts it back onto the wall. Actually just leaves it for Moses to move up, but Corrupted able to get over the top, and Fireworks, the solid touches, drops it towards the orange box. Garrett able to clear it back onto the backboard, and this one drops in a dangerous position. Moses tries to put it back into the box, but cleared away by Corrupted G.
Yeah, doing a good job to get back down on that. When the shot is put on, Garrett's doing a smart job of just playing that at the net. It forced someone to go up in the air, draw them out on defense. But then the follow-up from Corrupted and the dunk coming out from Garrett. Can he follow it up for himself? Is he going to get the goal? It sneaks into the top right.
Excellent play there by Garrett, pushing this one up all by himself, surrounded by Deception players, but able to get this one in.
Yeah, really well played, getting on using that top side. He flips his car upside down to push that back down rather than playing it directly across, making sure to make that even more difficult of a shot to save.
3:53 left to go. Exodus up by 2 already in game number 1. Turtle puts this one back into the middle. Vince blocks it, drops it in a nice place. Fireworks comes up to get the shot, but Moses is there to run interference. Garrett gets up very quickly and presses this one back into the blue, and here comes the offense for Exodus again. Moses pops it out. Turtle is there. As he watches patiently, Fireworks able to get it over the top. Now Garrett back out to the middle. It crosses. Moses goes up here, but Vince able to drop it around him. Put it back into position for Corrupted G to put it in, and Deception is on the board.
Turtle is notorious for playing it a little bit slow down the midfield. The issue is it looked like the rest of his team followed suit. And because of that, the little bit slow pace of that, Garrett tried to make it back in net on time, but Vince and the help of Corrupted G coming in strong and taking advantage of a slow-playing Exodus.
That is a very well-themed green car by Corrupted G. I really like his aesthetic there. Nice pirate hat. See if it carries him to victory here. They still need 1 point to tie it up with Exodus. Vince going to try and drop this one through, but Garrett G is there. Puts it up to midfield. Nice midline defense for Corrupted G. A nice shot from Vince that goes just off the post. Now it's popping back out. The pinch will send it to the far side. And every team will be kind of drag racing to this one. We'll let Corrupted G take it in the corner, but Turtle getting up and trying to touch it, but Vince gets it around him, puts it back in the orange corner, drops in front of the box. Corrupted G is up, but can't get the angle into the goal, and it's going to remain 2-1.
Even though he didn't get the angle there, it still works out. It keeps drawing defenders out, and now the rotations are going to keep falling through. Fireworks takes a hit, but apparently everybody on this team is back, setting up for another attack. Vince comes in. It's working very well, and it's keeping this Exodus team on their back foot.
Oh, and a nice bump from Corrupted G to move Garrett G out of goal, but no player was there to finish off the shot. Those bump plays, they've been critical all day in every match we've seen so far, and it remains critical here in this third match. Game number 1, still with a 1-point lead for Exodus. A nice shot from Vince, cleared by Garrett. 2:10 left to go. And Deception here still looking to tie this game up.
Yeah, they're putting on a lot of pressure, but I like what Garrett did there. Fast recovery, realizing that he didn't have time to get the boost. Just gets another touch on it to get it out of the way. As this team of Deception starts to pressure, it's going to be more and more difficult.
It's a nice transition there, shut down by Turtle. Saw Deception gain ball control at midfield and slowly turn it around. But a nice play from Turtle, put it back up into the corner. This one sailing towards Exodus's goal. Turtle is there. He had Garrett behind him. He's able to push it back up into the corner. Right now, it kind of feels like Deception is a bit trapped in their own half. They're trying to clear it out. They've got it up to midfield, but there's Turtle at the midfield line again, putting it straight back into that corner.
They actually had some good pressure coming out. It's just there was a small mistouch by Fireworks. He was trying to play that up against the wall and then clear it down, but he missed it. And because of that, even though he got a bump.
What a play there between Garrett and Turtle.
Yeah, Garrett and Turtle. Garrett's going to read this, pops it over one, and using that to the outside, but then going up the wall and passing it back in. This is where Turtle and Garrett work so well together. Usually we see it in the opposite opponent, where Garrett's normally the one taking some ridiculous shots, but Garrett trusting Turtle to make those plays too.
1 minute and 17 seconds left. Deception hanging on, trying to just stay competitive in this game number 1, as it has been mostly Exodus here showing off. That setup from Vince is not going to be very good. A nice mind game there by Turtle to get it under Corrupted G, but a solid play from the third player on Deception, keeping it out of goal. 1 minute remaining, still down by 2. Garrett's going to try and make it 3. Can't get the touch, but Turtle keeps the pressure on. He's able to get it past 2. They've blown the defense here. Moses tries to push it through Corrupted G, who positioned himself well, keeping it out of goal, but with 43 seconds left, they need some points.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult, but they have an opportunity. It's just a matter of how they play it. I like how they're bringing it back infield early, but they need to be careful. Someone has to be there to follow up, otherwise it's going to get cleared immediately back out by this Exodus squad.
Moses sets that one high. Fireworks puts it into the corner, and Garrett puts it back out to midfield. 23 seconds left. Deception has got the ball in offensive territory, but they've given it a lot of space. They've drawn 2 Exodus players into the corner. Vince has an opportunity. He gets it past all 3 as Garrett and Turtle both whiff, but nobody was there to finish again. Final 10 seconds. He needs to put this in right now if they want to have a dream of an equalizer, and this is not where they need the ball to be. Corrupted pops that one up high. Vince comes over the top, but it's hit 1 second. The ball's going to touch the ground, and that's the first game going over to Exodus.
They had a really good chance at the end there. You saw the way the ball was played. There was 2 players that came up. That 50-50 was met. Then it got contested again immediately, and then it went across. If they keep putting on that pressure and they keep making this Exodus team work for clears, they'll put themselves in a pretty good position to get back into this. Now they just have to play a little bit quicker pace and match up with Exodus.
Yeah, no, it was Deception. They had some good, solid moments, like you said, of being up on the offense, of stopping at the midfield line, keeping the pressure on, keeping ball control in their hands, and then they just seemed to drop it. They created a space that Exodus was able to push back into their territory, and they could not get the solid clears they needed in the transition to put it back into the offensive area where they needed it to score.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite. So Exodus, when they make those big clears, you see Garrett or Turtle push it up really, really far. Or usually Moses being the one on defense. And then as soon as that ball's about to land, there's another player there waiting to pressure that in. And that's the exact opposite of what Deception is doing. Deception clears it, and they get those big lofted clears. But where's the player that's going to meet that? And that's their only issue. If they did that and apply that pressure, we're going to see a much closer game.
Absolutely. And there was at least 2 different opportunities where they had an excellent play on the offense, where they drew out the goalies, where they bumped the goalie in net, but that third rotation just was not tight enough to be able to put in the shot. And you have to capitalize on the little windows of opportunities you get against a team like Exodus, because they're going to sort themselves out very, very quickly. Game number 2, it's going to be all up to Deception if they're going to be able to respond here, because Exodus is looking very hot.
Yeah, just like you stated. And there's things that you have to be careful and understand, wanting to play a little bit more cautious against a team that counterattacks very well like Exodus. But sometimes you need to take that risk and set a precedent against a team.
Bit of confusion there on kickoff from Exodus. Luckily, Garrett hung back in goal. That's going to leave Deception up on the offense right now as Vince tries to push that one through. Moses patiently gets it past 2. He's just going to mind game out Corrupted here, but Corrupted will not fall for that one. Puts it over into the corner, and now he's got ball control. Riding this one on the wall. Passes to Vince with a nice shot towards the net. He comes in to finish it, and there we go. Deception gets first blood.
Fantastic team play. That's something that we normally see out of Exodus. Playing that inside early, and then immediately passing that to beat one. If Turtle would have got that, it would have been a different story, but because he missed, Corrupted G able to follow through and then put another beautifully placed shot on net, putting them ahead with 22 seconds left in this game.
Turtle gave them a window, and they capitalized immediately. 4:36 left to go, as you said.
Backwards,
And
but yeah.
it works out. 1 point lead here for Deception. They're going to try and hold on to this as Exodus moves up and onto the offense. They get it around 2. It's up to Fireworks in goal. A wide rotation from Exodus will give Fireworks the space he needs to clear. Now Vince has it up on the backboard. Corrupted G looking for an opportunity. Doesn't get a touch towards the net, which was wide open. Moses able to rotate back and send it back towards the other side. Fireworks follows this one along and just slowly weasels it over to the corner as his 2 other teammates get set up behind him on defense, because here comes Exodus.
Yeah, you see Moses trying to play a little bit of both sides of the field. Normally it's their defensive unit, but still setting up. You see them getting outworked by Deception, but then Deception falling together. And that one clear that Corrupted G tried to go up for, Turtle was able to beat to him, and then with the help of Garrett placing that back down in the middle. Turtle and Garrett working so well together. It's just their synergy as a team and as a pair has shown through the first and the second season already.
And that making use of that backboard, showing why that backboard is so important. Just putting the ball right there above the goalie draws him out into a position that he is not comfortable with. And even though Vince was coming in on the rotation, it didn't matter. Turtle was right there. Tie game here as Exodus is threatening again. Turtle going to look for the window. He finds it, and there's the lead for Exodus.
A lot of stuff broke down here. You saw these guys had to rotate back because they were out of boost after they pressured with 2 up. But then Turtle going to take that pass and goal. He hits that beautifully from Moses. Moses plays that just kind of a lofted shot, but then defends that shot as well, just bodies himself in the way.
3:40 left to go. As Vince and Corrupted G try to push this one out. Nice air passing coming through for Exodus. Garrett leaves that one in middle as Moses comes in to finish, but Corrupted was there. Now Corrupted pushing it into the corner, sets it up as Fireworks going to try and pinch this one around, but Corrupted G on the wall, dropping it down. Or Garrett G, excuse me. Able to get that one past 2 now. As Turtle has ball control, waits it patiently, tries to mind game Vince. Vince just tackles. Moses comes in to shoot towards the net and is able to find it.
Shot.
What a play.
You see this come in. So Turtle's notorious. He likes to play that slow game. He patiently just waits and waits for you to bait it out. But then that bounce, I don't know how Moses is able to get that angle. It pinches down and then comes across and then perfectly off that post, able to sneak in.
What a bizarre play from a defensive perspective. You see that this weird angle that Moses hit the ball at, and then it moves up slowly. Doesn't look like a threatening shot, but it's got just enough air on it and just enough of an angle to go in. And there's our lead, and our 2-point lead now for Exodus. Turtle coming in to try and make it a 4-point game. He does. He's able to put it in 4-1 for Exodus.
Turtle read this from so far away. That pass coming in, and then using that corner so it bounces back towards the middle of the field. But Turtle going to beat Corrupted over the top and just using that underside of his car. Just play it nice and soft into the back of the net.
He was up so early for that. He knew exactly where that was coming. That's the second one the Turtles
synergy
found
between
right
Garrett
at the top.
and Turtle, man.
Yeah, those guys, they played together for so long. Turtle now able to clear it away. He's watching this one. He and Moses, interesting defensive choices there. I'm not sure how they were trying to rotate in that one, but it's going to work out as no shots come through for Deception. Now Moses in the corner watches this one. Fireworks gets set up in goal. Turtle able to get it past him, but Corrupted G comes over the top, clears it away, keeps the defense strong. Turtle again lofted in front of this goal. He's been there a number of times and scored a number of times. Luckily Deception able to push this one out, and now they've got an opportunity to score. They've dropped it in front of the box, but Garrett G with ball control will carry it away. Vince drops it back into the box again, but Turtle to Garrett. Solid passing from Exodus, transition it back into the blue.
Yeah, you saw, and Carpet mentioned it even last year, sometimes it's very dangerous to play it across the field, but that's what exactly it does, is it literally changes the side of the field and it makes everybody have to rotate and transition to the opposite. It's a good way to kind of do some misdirection, but when used correctly, it can really change from one side to the other, and that's something that this Exodus team does a lot for their counterplays.
Fireworks going to try and carry this one through the air, gets tackled by Turtle, who drops it down into the blue. Vince was right in a good position to pick it up, and he's able to push it back into the orange corner. Garrett was waiting. The prediction from these players, very strong, realizing where their opponents are going to be putting the ball. A nice demo from Vince onto Garrett, but again, no shot was really in a good position there. They've been able to blow the defensive rotations, but just have not had tight enough offensive rotations to be able to put it in.
Yeah, you see Vince getting a little bit aggressive here, but it doesn't seem to matter as Garrett's going to take that one over the top. Look how he plays this one. He just feathers his boost perfectly. So he makes sure to collect the boost, pops it up, something you see a lot in 1v1s. Takes a tap, follows it up, and then actually doesn't need to take another touch, but still using that second jump just ever so slightly to flick it over the top of that defender. Yeah. Really good solo play coming out from Garrett.
Yeah, what a beautiful play there. The fact that he has the space to work with. showing just how confident Exodus is in this match. They're pushing this one up. They've got another opportunity to score, blocked away by Vince. Corrupted G now just looking for anything. At this point, they're down 1 game in the series. They're going to be losing game number 2 as well at this point. They need to be thinking about game number 3. What can they change up and what can they move forward? They're able to get a point on the board. This sort of thing will give them confidence moving forward.
Yeah, part of this is the way that they work the space. So you see Fireworks, as soon as he takes that hit, he rotates back and bumps Garrett. Crucial bump. Gets him out of the way, takes him out of the play, and allows a free shot for his teammate. But the way they work the field, they spread out. They take their kind of like a bubble. Like, in an area, they look around like, all right, I can cover all this area. You stay away.
Right.
And they work that field very well as they translate in a kind of like a cycling kind of type of momentum, usually as we regard to as momentum. And they take it another one, like they're carrying well.
Yeah, they're doing well right now. Starting to come back into this game, coming alive. You see Vince able to push this one in, and we talked early on about how they were not able to capitalize on the mistakes. Their rotations were too wide. They've tightened things up a bit, and right now they're finding the holes in Exodus's defense. They still need 2 more just to tie it up, but they're starting to show some life here.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're spreading out, like I was just mentioning, but then still, while they spread out, they're able to take some of the characteristics that Exodus does. They have a lot of wall clears on that top right and just getting in the way, but I don't think Exodus wants any of that. Garrett's going to respond some of his own over the top.
Yeah, just when they were starting to show some life, Garrett's going to make the 3-point game again. Just make sure that they are able to take the lead here in game number 2, shut down any sort of comeback that's happening. But this is still good for Deception moving forward. They have found some mistakes that they can capitalize on. If they can keep moving forward with this, we might have a series.
Yeah, it's still 50-50 kickoff going in favor to Exodus, and this is where the possession change comes in. This is where, being down, they have nothing really to lose. Apply some pressure. Big clear is good, but they need to follow up and apply that pressure in order for it to, capitalize on anything.
Right. Corrupted G able to send a shot towards the net. Blocked away. Moses carries it high, puts it over into the blue corner. This is exactly where you want it to be as Exodus. The more time the ball spends just very, very deep in enemy territory, the longer the clock is just going to just wind straight down, able to get us over to that game number 3. Turtle's able to push this one, try and push it through, and if you could get a buzzer beater goal here on the side of Deception, that would really add some emphasis and some morale boosting moving forward, but at this point, it's going to touch the ground. Game number 2 going over to Exodus.
Yeah, it's just difficult. Being down by 4 at one point, is still able to climb back a little bit, show some promise, and that can be because of the Exodus team. They might have laid off a little bit, kind of taken some pace off, but still, I mean, they did some things right, like Turtle tried to clear it, got dunked on by Corrupted, and played back in. Beautiful shot. So there's certain things that they're doing. It's just a matter of they have to react a little bit faster. And in the times that they do, Exodus just seems to be too comfortable playing up to where they're getting punished for it. So if they can keep that up, they have a chance to get back into this.
I want to point out that Moses' goal where he had that really bizarre angle on the pop-up, he earned him a Slowpoke award at the end for an 11 meters per second goal. Haven't seen that one very often. That's fun stuff there from Moses. But these guys playing so well. 10 shots coming out, 4 saves. Almost all of their goals assisted. Exodus playing very, very well.
Yeah, it's Exodus in a nutshell. They do a very good job of working together as a group. Moses, usually their last man back, is the one that plays it up. And then Turtle, in most circumstances, makes some crazy flick, or he slows it down moving upfield and beats one defender, and then Garrett comes out of nowhere. You saw at that very end when he got that 6th goal for them, where he played it upside down with the nose of his car. It's like, all right, that's Garrett. I've seen him do that a couple times.
Yeah, no, then the 5th goal as well, where he just picks it up in the corner and carries it. It's like an air dribble, but it was at just 10 feet above the ground. The way that he was able to get that over all the tops of all the players. These players are so mechanically sound, and it is really going to be up to Deception. They have to tighten up their offensive rotations. They have to be able to capitalize on the defensive mistakes, the few defensive mistakes that Exodus has been giving them. But game number 3, 2 games in the books right now for Exodus, and it's match point for Deception. They have to cause the reverse sweep right now. Vince has to play that one off of his own backboard as Exodus is already threatening. Turtle gets it over the top of Vince. Moses messing with goalies. He's going to leave some space there. But Turtle and Garrett not really sure what they want to do. Turtle puts it over the top of his own player. Fireworks able to send this one there, but Moses blocks it, and Turtle carries it away. A heartbreaker there for Deception. They had such a close opportunity shut down by Moses.
We talk about how important it is to take advantage of mistakes, and that was one that they're not going to be able to get back. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them, but you see the pressure starting to come out, some of that confidence. But Exodus matches it very well. They need to be careful, though, of touches like that get played back inside. If someone on defense makes even one mistake, it could spell trouble.
Is they going to be able to put this one there? Corrupted tries to get it through. Corrupted playing very well, setting this ball up for his teammates. And a nice shot coming in through Vince, but solid defense on the side of Exodus, able to put that one away. 4:05 remaining. and it's still a scoreless game as we move forward here. The defense tightening up for Deception. I think that by this point in the first 2 games, Exodus had already scored.
Right, Exodus doing a really good job. They are 1 game away from clutching group or league play, and that's something that's got to be comforting. I mean, it allows them to play with confidence and definitely morale, but the bump coming up from Vince is going to sneak in and give them a goal.
Well done by Fireworks here, getting first blood for Deception, breathing life into this team. Vince, like you said, bumping Moses there, creating the space they needed, and that's a point on the board for Deception.
Yeah, Deception getting creative is exactly what they need to do. Some things may not just work characteristically, so you have to make your own opportunities. Very well played by Vince, taking full advantage of where he was on the field.
3:38. Deception has to hold on. Maybe take a win here. A nice shot there, but Garrett able to clear it. Fireworks keeps the pressure on. This is what you need to see from Deception. Tightening up the offensive rotations, keeping the pressure on. As Vince watches this one, she's going to backflip and let Moses push it up into the corner. Fireworks, nice 50-50, sends it straight back down the wall. As Turtle able to clear it back into the corner. Keep the pressure on, pop it straight down towards the net, but Fireworks with the defensive rotation puts it over to his teammate Corrupted G.
Yeah, Garrett though reading that very well. He saw 2 players kind of put it in the middle. Unfortunately not able to get that pass inside, but still the pressure stays on. He's going to rotate back for some boost and then come back for another attack.
Turtle now able to push that one into enemy territory. Garrett onto the far wall. Now Vince trying to push this one out. Moses wins the 50-50 and drops it in front of the net. Nobody was there from Exodus. That's going to leave it to Fireworks, who's able to push it back into orange corner. Garrett now over on top of Corrupted G. Bullies it through 2, and that leaves it with Turtle. He gets it around Corrupted and Vince again. It's dropping towards the net. Corrupted has to make a last-second touch to put it away. Vince is not able to get a foot onto that one, and Garrett trying to finish this one off. This has been just a very chaotic offensive coming through from Exodus right now. They've been able to take a lot of pressure onto the ball, but didn't have very many good shots there.
Yeah, Exodus is starting to take some risks, though. You saw Moses coming up and taking a shot, and if Garrett didn't get back even quicker, oh my gosh.
Ooh. We've had a lot of those these games where like the one team just kind of puts it back towards their own goal, and the other, and they have to make a last-ditch effort to clear it away. Surprised we only have a 1-0 game right now with 1:56 left to go. Deception hanging on right now to their lead as Exodus is up and on the offense, trying to tie this one up. Vince now onto the far wall, following along. Turtle wins the 50-50. Ends up with Fireworks, who drops it down to Vince. Nice passing here from Deception. Moses needs to win this one, but Corrupted G is there. Sends it onto the backboard. Garrett G sends it far away. Vince now up in the corner with Fireworks. 3 players from Exodus very tightly wound. As Corrupted G is able to put it over to the side. We'll see what Garrett's able to do with this one. Trying to just push it out of their own half, see if they can tie up the game. But Fireworks with a nice shot. Turtle with an excellent touch to put it over the top and not create a 2-point game. With 1:14 left to go, this one's looking good for Deception right now.
Yeah, Deception's doing a really good job. They need to think of something creative on Exodus to clear this out. The pressure so far has been met every time at the midfield. They need to find a way to pass it up as a team to get it out, because a single pass up is going to get met. There it is again. Unfortunately, the touch for Deception goes back inside, and luckily for them, both players miss it. But still, it's immediately met and then put right back into Exodus' side. They're having a tough issue controlling the possession on the side of Deception.
44 seconds remaining. Deception still up by 1. Exodus looking to tie the game. Deception looking for their first win of the series. They drop another one. An excellent block by Garrett keeps it away. With Deception on match point, this game matters so much to them. They want to be able to qualify the RLCS group stages. Moses and Turtle put that one over to the side. Corrupted and Vince passing it around, just wasting time on the clock. Corrupted just trying to keep it away from Turtle right now. Got a nice shot here. Garrett pops it straight up. Moses rotates in immediately, gets it over the top of Fireworks. It's on the backboard. He waits for this one, goes up. Can he get it? Turtle comes in, but Garrett, or Corrupted G, clears it away. 5 seconds remaining. Exodus still threatening, trying to get anything in the goal. They can just cause a goal. Is it going to happen? No, that's going to be game 3 going to Deception. They stay alive.
Really well played by Deception. Like I said, at the midfield, they stopped everything. And anytime, other than the last couple of seconds there, Exodus really didn't have too much possession on the side of Deception. Their shots, yeah, they had 5. They were the same, to be completely honest, but it didn't show it. Like, Deception did a very good job. Anytime that ball was played in, they put it right back. So other than a couple loose shots here and there, Exodus didn't have much of anything to work with.
Yeah, no, their offensive rotations, the way that they moved and they transitioned into offense, the way that they got set up with having one player trying to create a shot and one player be there to finish it off, it wasn't there the way it was in games number 1 and 2, that they were so much more chaotic. The balls were like, they were in good spots, but there was nobody there to finish it, and that just Deception was able to clear it away every time and just keep the pressure over on Exodus's half.
Right, and that's kudos to Deception. I mean, they adapted. That's what good teams do, and that's probably the reason why they're one game away from making it into league play. So if they can keep up that pressure, they can keep adapting, but expect Exodus to do the same thing. Exodus is going to come back very aggressive. That's how their play style suits them, and if you can keep them on their back heel, you give yourself a chance. But good luck doing that.
Yeah.
It's Exodus. That's how they play.
Absolutely. They might have dropped this game here, but they will be coming back with a vengeance in game number 4. And I am excited to see how this one goes. Will Deception be able to keep this up? Will they be able to get the points they need, find the defensive mistakes on Exodus, and then hunker down on the defense? Or will Exodus be able to pressure this one in, get that final win they need to qualify for the group stages? They need 1. Deception needs 2. Let's go. I'm excited to see how this one's going to end up. The kickoff goes in favor of Deception. Corrupted G now sending that one towards the goal. Moses is there. Fireworks was coming in to mess with him. It did not happen as Moses was able to get the touch. That's going to leave the ball back at midfield.
Yeah, Turtle did a really good job adjusting his car there as well. As the ball was getting played in, he was going to get met in a 50-50, but he turned his car just a little bit so it would clear downfield rather than coming right back at him.
Moses pops this one out to the middle. Fireworks able to pick it up, put it into the corner. 4:30 left to go. Still scoreless in game number 4. Now Corrupted G over to the corner. Fireworks tries to set this one up for Vince, who takes a shot, but Turtle is there to clear it in front of his own box. It's a very aggressive defensive positioning there from Turtle. It's working out for him right now. Very quiet first minute so far. Both teams with a few opportunities, but no one able to get it through the defense just yet.
Yeah, Turtle doing a really good job playing smart. Even though he's not able to make the best touch, he'll take advantage of where he's at. He'll go collect boosts, rotate back, does what he needs to do. Even back passes, though, Garrett recognizing and being so aware of where his teammates are, something that these two players do so well together.
Garrett's up for this one, shoots it towards the net. It goes just a bit high, and Vince is able to clear it. Moses misses that touch on the wall, and it leaves it for Garrett and Turtle in the back. They're able to create some more pressure. Vince and Corrupted G now up in the air, get it over the top, and that's first blood again coming through for Deception.
1-2 the whole length of the field. You see Vince take a very soft touch over the top, and that gives Corrupted plenty of time to get up and then play it over the top. Still a very difficult angle to play. If he plays it too hard, it's going off the backboard, and he might have a teammate come in and follow it up, but why leave it up to chance?
First goal a minute and a half in. And Exodus, in a very similar situation to where they were last game. Dropping this one towards the far corner is Turtle. Moses has an opportunity as they've drawn the goalies out. He's able to find the far side, and it's a tie game.
What an angle from Moses coming out for this shot. Even though the pass from Turtle was perfect because it drew both of those defenders out.
Right.
Still, Moses getting up and then playing that perfectly all the way across the side of the net. There is no way you can save that shot.
3:26, just as Deception got on the board, Exodus responds. Is able to make it a tie game here in game number 4. If Exodus can take the lead and hold on to it, they will qualify for the group stages. Vince is up for this one, trying to play it off the backboard. Corrupted was up alongside him, but Fireworks hanging back on the defense has to make a play here as Turtle's able to get it up. Moses is going to try and drop it back, and Garrett. 3 players committing here for Exodus. If they can just hold on, Deception will have an opportunity. But Turtle, recognizing that all 3 players were committed, rotates back very quickly. And that's going to be a reset here on the field. We move the ball back on the backboard. Turtle now trying to pressure this one. They get it past Turtle and Moses. It's up to Garrett G, who puts it back up into the corner. Turtle lurking, a very aggressive offensive positioning. As Moses sets that one high. Turtle is not able to get the angle this time. Vince clears it away.
Yeah, there's back and forth of those that can be dangerous. Even though I don't like the risk of it, I would like to see Exodus come up and make those shots. When nobody else is going to contest those out immediately, have that last man come back and take a hit. I know you generally want to keep Garrett or somebody like that up on field, but have Moses rotate in. Have him come slam that in and make another player kind of rotate back out of that defense. Draw someone out. Do something to change it up because they're starting to learn how you play, and they're coming back. And to be honest, the way that they're playing, I honestly think that Deception's going to take this.
Halftime has come and gone, and we still have a tie game in game number 4. Garrett G clears it to the side. Corrupted G going for contention, trying to just create interference and give his teammates opportunities to shoot towards the net. Fireworks tries to push that one through, but Garrett G gets most of it. Corrupted comes up from the back and able to put it back into the orange corner. This has been some solid ball control, offensive pressure coming through for Deception at the moment. They have not created many opportunities for scoring, though. They've not created any shots for their other teammates to take. With 1:30 left to go, both teams a bit stalemated here.
Yeah, after 2 minutes of play, just a lot of back and forth. And that's what happens when these guys contest, pretty evenly.
Corrupted up on the wall. Carries it past Vince, puts it onto the backboard, and Garrett G is there. He needs to get this one away. Fireworks comes in and finishes, and Deception has the lead again.
All it takes is one mistake, and that's all this Deception team was looking for. After that constant pressure, they kept the ball again on the side of Exodus, and eventually one mistake is all it took. Garrett tried to clear that out, wasn't able to get that second touch off the clear, and it falls short right into Corrupted's hands.
2-1. This is Deception on the line with an opportunity to force a Game 5. 1 minute remaining. They just got to hold on to this 1-point lead. As Moses pushes this one around. Turtle is there, intercepted by Fireworks, keeps it out of goal. Corrupted puts it over the top. And now Garrett G up on the wall. Turtle is watching. Vince gets it over them. Garrett needs to make a play and puts it away.
That was super smart by Garrett. As soon as he cleared that, he recognized two players were up on defense and immediately rotates back to the net. If he wasn't there was a wide open goal.
Garrett G, the shot towards the middle. Turtle tries to finish it, but interference from Deception will keep it away. Moses and Turtle now with an opportunity. Turtle plays it out past Vince, goes in and bumps Corrupted G as Moses tries to set something up, but Garrett's not there to do anything with it. So it didn't even cross the goal. The ball moving laterally. Corrupted G sets this one up. Vince is up alongside Fireworks. Interception from Moses, puts it back. The transition comes through for Exodus, but Corrupted gets it over Turtle and Moses. 10 seconds remaining here for Deception to hold on and force Game 5. They're moving this one up. Turtle now playing it up the wall, wraps it around, drops it down. Moses is there and grits the buzzer beater for the overtime.
Exodus does this time and time again. When they were known as Vex, we saw this all the time, where they would wait till the last second to score. But Turtle bringing it up on the wall, drawing two defenders with him, and then passing it immediately back inside off that wall. What a beautiful team play by Exodus to tie this up and go into overtime.
At this point, it's sudden death. The next goal could knock Deception into the lower bracket. Corrupted trying to push this one through. Garrett and Moses moving up. Moses wraps it around. Vince is on the wall, needs to play it out. Gets a soft touch up to midfield, but Garrett's there to drop it down. Now Fireworks with an opportunity. Sends it wide of the goal. Turtle and Moses passing through. They get it through Corrupted G. This could be bad for Deception as it drops in front of the goal. Fireworks makes a clutch play, recovers from Vince's mistake. Garrett G now going to drop this one down. It's still in a dangerous spot. Corrupted G this time able to clear it away and get the save they need. Deception's hanging on right now.
They're doing really well, even though they're on their back foot. They're placing those perfectly into the corners, but Turtle, still another save from Fireworks. They're taking these shots and putting them to the corner. It's giving them a chance to stay in this, but the pressure from Exodus is coming out. This is what we see to be what Exodus be. Oh my goodness, Turtle's gonna end it.
What a play as Garrett sets this one up on the wall, plays it off, and then leaves it and says, here you go, Turtle, have it, have fun.
Did you see that last second tap? He was gonna give it to Turtle, but he saw someone coming in, so he just flicks his car into it with his nose. Just a little tap, and it makes that read that he's coming up for just not enough. And then Turtle, what a play. What a play for Exodus.
My goodness, you wouldn't know by the scoreline of the series, the 3-1 by Exodus, that the end of this was as exciting as it was. Deception showing up very strongly in games 3 and 4, taking game 3, almost taking game 4 until a buzzer beater put us into overtime, and then an amazing pass play in the air gives Exodus the win. Wow.
It's so difficult when those guys can move like that. It's just a flip of a switch. Deception, I honestly thought was going to be able to do it. They kept that pace on that side for so long, and it was literally seconds, and then just, all right, we got one play left, boys. You ready? And they're like, yeah, why not? And then they just go in, and they're like, all right, back.
Yeah.
Done.
And that is the nature of Rocket League. Mere seconds is the difference between winning and losing. Well done by Exodus, being our third team today to qualify for the RLCS group stages, and that'll be knocking Deception down into the lower bracket. We'll be putting it back over to the analyst desk with Axel Toss and the boys. Guys, tell us what you saw.
Thanks, Wavepunk. What an epic end to that series. I'm like, all right, let's chill a little bit. We're going to go to a game 5, but Exodus is like, you know what, wait a second. We're just going to score in the last second and then win in overtime. And what an epic goal at the end there to take it.
Yeah, in fact, it wasn't even the last second. There was no time left on the clock. One of the cool things about Rocket League, as soon as it hits 0 seconds, the game isn't actually over until the ball hits the ground. And Turtle setting up Moses off the wall, that was a pleasure to see.
And it was smooth. Like, it was just as soon as they had control of it, they just hit it over to the net, and the next thing we know, it was in the net. It was very well executed.
Well, let's look at again at the top plays from that as we take a look at the Mobile One high performance replay. Highlights left and right from this one.
Garrett and Turtle in the beginning, in the first 2 games, were just a pleasure to watch.
They were just absolutely unbeatable. These 2 guys know exactly what each other is. You see Turtle getting there just in time, beating out a defender.
And again, Deception, though, they did not give up. You see here, and that shot from Moses actually was very awkward. You see him actually trying to change his trajectory. He might have misread it off the ceiling, but it was just a weird enough bounce to get by the defense.
But then you see right here, Vince noticing there was only one person in it, bumps him out. Deception fought really hard to stay through. It looked like it was going to be a 3-0 sweep. That's kind of what I expected, but they actually really impressed me with a lot of their plays.
Yeah, and that one, Garrett tried to get it clear, and he didn't have enough boost to follow it up, and Deception ended up getting the goal. But there was that 0-second goal by Moses.
Moses followed his teammate well, and then this game winner, that nice little lob. Turtle getting the angle, catching it pretty far left. I actually thought he was going to wait a little bit more, but he noticed the defender was coming to meet it, so he had to get there soon, and he put it on target.
And Lawler actually saw that really small little touch by Garrett right at the end. Garrett was air rolling, and it just touched the ball right perfectly in front of Turtle. So that was a great team play. Those guys were playing really well together, Turtle and Garrett, in the first 2 games. But then Deception really stepped up in game number 3, winning 1-0. So after Exodus scored 6 goals, they shut them out in game 3. And then it looked like it was going to be Deception in game number 4 until Moses scored that 0-second goal. But they're still in it. Deception's got a chance to go down there, and they'll actually be playing a team called Wildcard. So Wildcard or Deception will be getting into link play, and we haven't seen either one of those teams before in the league. But huge shout out to Exodus. They were able to step it up and close it out, and they're in it.
So we're trying to find the 8 teams who are going to be in North American league play for the Rocket League Championship Series Season 2. So far we have 3, Kings of Urban, Take-Two, and Exodus. Our next match is going to be Revival versus That's Pretty Neat.
That's a pretty sweet name.
It's a pretty cool name. So we're going to see how neat their Rocket League play is, because that's going to be your next match to determine who's going to be the next team in the Rocket League Championship Series league play. Stay tuned. You're watching the Rocket League Championship Series. We'll be right back.